Welcome to the Freelancers Tea Break, the bite-sized podcast all about freelancing and working from home to enjoy during your tea break. Brought to you by Emma Cossey from freelancelifestyle.co.uk. And now, your host, Emma Cossey.
Welcome to the second in this series of podcasts on the drivers that can influence our freelancing behaviour. If you didn't catch the last episode, go have a listen now. It's called What Drives You as a Freelancer? Be Perfect, and it goes through the very first driver, which is the Be Perfect driver. Now, go have a listen now if you haven't, because it's really important that you understand the little bit of the introduction and that first driver. I'll wait. It'll only be about 5 minutes, I think the podcast was. All done? Great. Let's talk about Be Strong. So today's driver is Be Strong. Are you always the friend or family member who is considered to be the strong one, the one that doesn't get too emotional? Do you feel like you can't cry or show any kind of weakness? And do you want to help others but don't accept help yourself? Be Strong was actually one of my very strongest drivers up until I became a mum. And being a mum has made me realise that asking for help shows bravery, not weakness. And it's something that I had to do quite a lot. I think the phrase is, it takes a village to bring up a child, or something along those lines. And it's very true. It's having that support structure around you is essential. So, as a freelancer, it can mean that you can struggle to admit if a project is overwhelming or too hard. Be Strong drivers or Be Strong driven freelancers will often take on a lot more than they should, because saying no is considered to be weak, or saying that you can't do it is considered to be weak. As a freelancer, self-care is essential. I know I bang on about this a lot, but it really is. You are your company's biggest resource, so if you can't perform the job, then neither can your business. And as a Be Strong driven freelancer, this is even more the case. Saying no is powerful, as you retain control of your current workflow and how much you can handle it. So self-care can range from looking after yourself and saying no to the things that aren't right to you, to just making sure that you allow yourself the space and the time to have the feelings that you need to, because it's very easy otherwise to let those feelings build up, and then you're heading to a very difficult, potentially a breakdown, or a really big struggle, or hitting a wall. So it's really important that you allow yourself the time to feel emotions, the time to think about things. And for me, as a Be Strong driver, it's still there. It's not as strong as it was, but it was there. I found journaling really useful for this. So sitting down and brain dumping everything I had in my mind, and talking about all the feelings around it, I found that very, very, very useful for my Be Strong driver. Now, there are really great things about being a Be Strong driven freelancer. You get stuff done. You don't worry about the emotional side of things. You just focus on the facts and the getting things done side of things, and you are generally a very productive person. You're also fantastic in a crisis. Freelancers with a Be Strong driver are often great in social media or anything that requires very quick decisions, as they thrive in that fast-paced, challenging environment. They're also a little bit more thick-skinned, which is always handy on social media, and any kind of freelancing gig where you're dealing with lots of people who might not be very happy. And while they're very harsh on themselves, they can be very kind to others. Now, one key area where it can be difficult as a Be Strong driven freelancer is when it comes to the end of a working relationship, and whether it's a completely fine, happy end of contract, or whether it's not been a particularly great end of contract, say they're very late payers, or they weren't happy with the work you did and things like that. There's always going to be some kind of emotional situation with that, whether it's happiness or sadness or anger, and you need to allow yourself to feel that time. And this is a great time when you can go and speak to other freelancers, and feel free to come join. I've got a freelance group on Facebook, the Freelance Lifestylers, which you can access through my newsletter. But it's really, really important that you talk to other freelancers about it and just get those emotions out. And if you feel like you might struggle with that, if you can make a freelance connection with somebody who knows what that's like or knows what you're like and can push you to have those emotions, sometimes that's quite a healthy thing as well. So if that sounds like you, do tweet me, freelance_life, and you'll find me on Twitter, or jump into the Facebook group, the Freelance Lifestylers, and tell us what you think. I do also offer a quick free chat, about 20 minutes, to discuss whether coaching might be for you, or just to give you a little bit of a taster of what it is. So if that's something you want to talk about a little bit more in detail, do book that. You can find me at freelancelifestyle.co.uk, and just click on the coaching button and it will take you there.